What inspires change? What motivates us? It's what's inside that moves us. What moves you? Get the Scion story at Scion.com.
Looks like we dodged another bullet, is it?
Yep, we got pretty lucky. This storm right now is 140 miles per hour, and it's about 200 miles west of Guam. When it was passing close to Guam early this morning, it was pushing about 100 miles per hour in storm strength. So had that been over Guam, we would have seen quite a bit of damage, a lot of downed trees.
So we were fortunate.
We were very fortunate. So
Brandon Eidlet and the team of forecasters in Tiedzin called it all the way, tracking Typhoon Francisco overnight as it made its closest approach between 6 and 7 this morning, 140 miles off our western shore. It was touch and go for a while, but Eidlet says they were confident Francisco would eventually turn back to the northwest and not make landfall on Guam.
It was passing from the southwest of Guam, and it started heading to the north, and it passed about 140 miles west of the island, and then it started tilting a little bit more to the northwest.
That was the real touch and go period.
That's right. At that point, the storm was moving pretty slow.
You guys, though, were pretty confident that it wasn't going to come ashore, it was going to go the other way?
We were pretty sure that was going to happen because we expected it to turn to the north. The steering flow was changing, and but we didn't see anything in the larger scale environment around the storm that would indicate a reason to expect it to head to the east.
What Francisco did bring were gusts in the 60-mile-an-hour range and about 7 inches of rain over the past few days, but not as bad as the September deluge that caused widespread flooding across the island. However, it did follow a similar path as the previous 2 typhoons, tracking southwest towards the Marianas at first, contrary to the normal northwest track that storms have often followed in the past.
This time, the storm formed a little bit to the northeast of Guam. It was a very weak circulation, and then it passed a little bit southwestward. And the reason for that was a previous typhoon from last week that had formed near Guam early last week was heading up toward Japan.
Putting pressure on it?
So that was generating a larger high pressure field that it gave us steering currents that pushed the weaker storm near us to the southwest.
It's the third storm in the past 2 months that's developed east of the Marianas and skirted the islands. And Eidlet says we're not out of the woods this year, not yet.
Too early to say at this point. October is the month that we see climatologically our peak number of typhoons and tropical storms near the Marianas. So we're still in the heart of wet season. November, December could be active. 2002 in December, we saw a couple really strong typhoons. Pongsonhua, that one hit in December.
So stay alert.
Stay alert.
Kevin Kerrigan, PNC News.
But let me put up